first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God.
Your attention, please. Charlie Brown meets Second Son and Silver Streak in the driver's lounge.
Trucker heaven, where the language is CB.
My handle is Special K.
I got my diesel wound up and she's running like I never before.
My handle is Carolina Flash.
Hit the speed zone, I'm giving all right.
The Wolfman.
Well, I don't see a cop in sight.
The Lemon Squeeze.
6 days on the route, I said I'm gonna make it home tonight. Say it pretty.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Wayne Campbell.
And I'm Sheila Campbell.
And this is your morning drive with the driver's side. Good morning, beautiful.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm super excited. A little nervous, but I'm super excited for today.
It's Throwback Thursday.
It is Throwback Thursday.
And we got an icon of the trucking industry today.
We do. And we are super excited.
I'm super nervous. I seriously am. I'm intimidated. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I feel like I want to throw up. All of that. All right. Hey, the number one thing on the driver's side is we're all about heritage and the grassroots of trucking. I fortunately I grew up in Hollywood, so I was spoiled. I didn't get to know the men and women of OTR, the actual outlaws of trucking. I had my little bubble of transportation industry with my dad.
Right.
And then it grew from there. But when I fell flat on my face, I went over the road and I got to meet a lot of cool people. And then I got my eyes open to a part of the industry I didn't know about and a part of lifestyle that I didn't know about, Sheila.
I know you did. And that was in a time where you and I we were together, but we weren't together at that time. And so you did OTR and stuff with your ex-wife, and you got to know a lot in different sectors of the industry as well.
Right, I did. And today I'm fortunate enough to we are fortunate enough to be interviewing an icon by the name of Yo-Yo.
Yes.
So she's very well known in the industry. But before we get to her, I want to get over to your good mornings as soon as possible, get through that, and then get Yo-Yo on the phone, give her a call. We have pictures, we have content from real people. So let me say this now. This is not for monetary gain. This is for educational purposes only of the trucking industry, icons of the industry, because there's many, many in some of these clips. And to real people, I didn't know how to get permission, but we're going to use it and we're going to go with it because this woman deserves to be highlighted in the most prestige way possible. And I tried, you tried, and we're going to give this a shot.
Yeah. We are going to get
me out of here, bro.
I'm excited. I'm not sure what you want me to say.
Well, what did you have to do here?
What I have to do there? Well,
pictures, all that.
Yeah, I got to go through all the pictures. Yeah, her daughter put up a Facebook group page that basically highlights her mom and her career and history of it. So I got to take a bunch of those pictures up there, which we're going to be showing throughout the entire time that Lisa or Yo-Yo is actually on, so that you can see all the way from where it started throughout the year, some of the trucks, and then we'll highlight all the way till now.
I mean, she's amazing. I mean, she is amazing. This picture right here is just very, very, very impactful for me. It hits you hard. And that hat. We're going to talk about that hat today. We're going to talk about this picture. We're going to talk about real people here in a minute. But before we get to that, I wanted to mention Kim Grimm and 10-4 magazine. Did you take that down, Sheila? You did. I took
down the cover of the.
Where's the clip for the article? Did you take that down too? You did. Okay. So Kim Grimm's article in 10-4 magazine for right now is on the shelves now. She's got one now, but she also did an article on Yo-Yo. Do you have that clip up?
I did. It says it's at the bottom where it says 10-4.
Okay.
10-4 article. Right
10-4 article right here. All right, guys. So she's been written up about many times. And one of the people that wrote up about her was Kim Grimm in 10-4 magazine, which we wanted to say a special thank you to Kim Grimm and John Jakes. I talked to them yesterday. They helped make this happen. We actually had to get validated through them before she would even talk to us.
Pretty much. And Kim and John were great. I said, yeah, they're okay. Go ahead. But that article, I went back and I had read it. I didn't think when I talked with Kim last night, I didn't think I had read that article. And I did. As soon as I started reading it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. It's a great article that she wrote about fun with Yo-Yo. And she did that last July. Great article.
We wanted to make sure that we mentioned you guys and said thank you. And to Mike Gaffin, the Boston trucker, who also brought me into the group of Yo-Yo trucking with Yo-Yo till the end.
Yeah.
So he's the one that invited me to the group. I wanted to say a special thank you to Mike Gaffin, the Boston trucker. Dude, you're amazing. The way you carry yourself and the reason why I promote people like Mike, and because of their content and who they are and what they are. I don't do it to gain clout or to anything. I do it because this is who I watch. This is what I do is I watch these people and I really admire how they carry themselves and how they stay true to trucking like Yo-Yo has. And before we go to your comments, I also wanted to mention, you took that down too. Boy, you took everything down. Junior James Livingston, all of that.
I remember taking that one.
Yeah, but before we go to your comments, we are going to Florida. We are going to Wildwood, the truck show, Roadworks Truck Show at Wildwood, Chrome Shop 75. So I cannot wait for that to see SPB trucking and all that stuff like that. We'll get to that. I don't want to talk about that because we got so much to talk about this morning.
Exactly. And so, guys, it is Throwback Thursday today, and we normally have procedures that we do. We normally do trucking news. We normally do weather. We do this. But because we want to make sure that we give Lisa Yo-Yo the entire amount of time needed to tell her wonderful stories. Today is going to be all Throwback Thursday, and it is going to be highlighting Yo-Yo. So, guys, we are going to get to good mornings here. We're going to take a small break. We're going to get to good mornings to you, and then we're going to get right into it.
All right. Well, we'll just go right to the good mornings, okay?
Yes, get into it.
Man, I got so much stuff here. It's hard to get through it.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
All right, Judy, good morning.
Good
Brittany
morning.
Akins, good morning. Drea, the safety lady, good morning. Ellie, Shane
morning.
Pretty, I got your picture of your truck. I will be using that. The Pretties, I love you guys. Mike Gaffin, the Boston trucker, glad you're here this morning. I appreciate you promoting the show. And guys, if you are looking for good content, check out the Boston Trucker on YouTube. All right, guys. Phil Tristan, good morning. Keith Becker, Derek, there's Yo-Yo's daughter right there.
Yeah.
Good
morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle. Good to see you here. All right. Pretty Lee. All right. Shane's wife. And then we got Ed Rogers. We got Tim Taylor. We've got Brett. We got
good morning.
Zaid. We got, we're going to bust through those. Jeremy Hebert, John Jakes, Kim Grimm's here. Everybody's here. Sheila, Telly, Justin, all of you guys. Good morning. There's too many to get to, and I want to get to the show.
I do.
So
okay.
can we, for no longer ado, while I play this video, I'll give Yo-Yo a call.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
We'll be right back with Yo-Yo, guys. All right. I got to go all the way back down here. See the boy, they're everywhere. All right. Here we go. Let's meet Yo-Yo.
Attention, please. Yo-Yo, would you please come to the control center? Yo-Yo.
This was the lady we'd come to meet. Handle, Yo-Yo, 125 pounds of down-home Tennessee woman.
I'm a truck driving mother. I drive from California to Maine.
Clearly, Yo-Yo knew how to do a lot more than pack a pair of size 7 denims. So I asked her to show me around her office.
This a gas tank?
Fuel tank.
Fuel tank. We don't say gas.
Well, that's what runs is fuel. It's a diesel engine.
Why does it have to be chrome, or is that just decoration?
Don't you think it looks better chrome?
I think so.
Well, it does.
This your home?
Yeah. Step on up.
Okay. This is great.
Yeah, you got all, the comforts of home.
Good morning, Yo-Yo. We just played a clip. You're live on the driver's side.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing good.
How are you this morning? You good?
I'm still on the top side of dirt. When you say that, you're doing real good.
Absolutely.
Get it. So, Yo-Yo, we just played the clip from Real People. What was that about?
It's a truck race. You have a big truck, put it out on a track, and let's see how fast it goes.
Which we'll be talking about here in a minute. But before we get to all that, you want to? I got a question for you. Well, when and how did you get into trucking, Yo-Yo?
Jim Clifton. I was at a man's house looking at a 55 two-door hardtop Chevrolet. And Jim Clifton and Robin and the kids pulled up, and we become friends. And a month later, so he come through just eat up with a cold, and the kids had it too. So they conned me into riding with him down there, down to Georgia to get a load of peaches. So when we got on the other side of Atlanta, that turkey pulled the throttle out and jumped into the cab over Peterbilt. He pulled the throttle out and jumped in the back. He said, if you don't get behind the wheel, it's going to be one of the damnedest wrecks you ever seen. So I climbed over the doghouse and got behind the wheel.
And you just took the wheel. And that was the start of it.
You know, whenever I had to get off the exit there at Fort Valley, I just throwed it in neutral. I pushed the clutch and throwed it in neutral and coasted to the side. Jim, get your tail up.
So that's how this legacy started, was you being thrown in the sea. And when you got to your exit, you got there, you coasted, put it in neutral, and the next thing you know, you're a truck driver.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, so you were just going for a ride.
I was just going to have him stay awake.
All right, let's get to the next question, Yo-Yo. What was it like being a female trucker in the 70s and the 80s?
It was okay. We had just smart alecks out there, but other than that, I'm going to say 80% of them were friends and accepted woman truck driver, respected us. We all kept our boots polished and our pants creased. I mean, we didn't run around look like no slut or nothing. We're bums. We all were clean. Bath every day.
Made sure you carried yourself in a professional manner out there on the road, looking good, taking pride.
There you go.
So yeah. I'm guessing that's where pride, or taking pride, you know, the pride, the rock stars, the outlaws of the highway. That's where this started originating from, was the pressed jeans, the boots, the polishers. Used to have boot polishers in truck stops back in the day, didn't you, Yo-Yo?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought that every boot shop from here to California and back.
Get it, driver.
Oh, that's funny.
Used to stop at Tucson, Arizona, but they got them a parakeet in there. And whenever you come in, it would actually talk to you. It would say, "Frig you." I said, "Oh, hell, look at that."
Talking Paris out on the road.
It doesn't matter if you're the woman or a guy. It would say, "Frig you."
So, as a female though out there, did you feel that like you had to carry yourself like in a certain manner, that you had to have display confidence, perhaps that you were just as good as the men?
Oh, well, it didn't matter to me. The only thing I wanted to do was drive my truck. If they liked me, they liked me. If they didn't, they didn't.
Right. Well, you know, speaking of certain times in trucking, I believe you were part of the strike, the energy crisis, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. We shut them down from Miami all the way to Knoxville, Tennessee.
How was that?
We got back at 10 cents plus the 10 cents.
So
nice.
It worked. The shutdown worked, and you got more than what you guys were fighting for.
Well, yeah, it should be on Michelle's website, and he's sitting there making everybody ham sandwiches with the fuel block there at DA in Knoxville.
That's great. She's out making sandwiches and stuff, the lunch for the drivers while they're out there striking, shut down the... Get it. Right. That had to be really cool. That had to be fun to be part of that. All right, so I read, so you were a racer. You race trucks, Yo-Yo. I'm going to play a clip right here from Real People. It's down here, and it talks about you racing trucks. So let me play this clip real quick, and then we'll come right back. All right, here it is right here.
That Yo-Yo was on her way to a race. The odds-on favorite to win would be a trucker from Raccoon Mountain, Alabama. Everybody knew his handle, Special K. Was Yo-Yo worried?
Start, but at this time, be sure and to keep it out this way. Checker flag, the race is over.
The man may think he's a movie star, but he's just another trucker.
So, Special K, what was that about? What was that race about, Yo-Yo? What was that clip that we just watched about?
Well, now, Special K, they was telling us what we could do, what we couldn't do. That Special K is not the one that I rode up and down the road with. He was the owner of the truck.
Okay.
Oh.
Had on in the vest. Paul Brown is the one that run the truck to the coast.
Oh, son, yeah, look at that. A little misleading there.
Right.
Right.
And how many of there were you in that race?
Oh, God, I don't know, 10?
Nice.
Nice. All right. What was it like racing a big rig?
I had one head in my sleeper.
You had somebody in your sleeper. What do you mean you had somebody in your sleeper? What's that about?
Well, Wolfman asked me to drive my truck, and I said, heck no. Well, can I ride in your sleeper? I said, well, the camera crew don't mind. So, heck, he was getting in my sleeper when we were racing.
I believe I just put a picture up of Wolfman. So you actually had this gentleman, because in the beginning of Real People, he introduced himself. He's Wolfman. He's got this mustache. He's got the STP. He's got a racing jumpsuit on. And he was in the bunk.
Yeah.
So you got people in the... And what were you guys talking? What was going on? I mean... He's just riding along while they're racing.
We were going around that track, and about my father lived in Detroit and stuff, so that was a script. We were actually jokes going around that track.
You were telling jokes, did you say?
Yeah.
You were telling jokes, so the stuff that you were saying was scripted?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. I knew it.
And they had to edit it out, yeah.
Yeah, and you actually won the race, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a heat, yeah.
All right, so the crazy thing is, though, is this gentleman in the bunk.
Right, telling stories. So
Wolfman.
he's in the back of the bunk, and you've got the camera crew on you, and you're going how fast?
110 on the track.
Yeah, 110. And you're telling jokes with this person hiding in the sleeper.
All right, so you were actually interviewed by Real People, Yo-Yo. I'm going to play another clip, and I think something happened in this clip. I hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I want to play this clip because when I talk to you about this clip, you're like, oh my God, yeah, something happened there. I'm going to play it right now.
Yo-Yo, could we do just one thing?
Al, what's that?
Could you show me how to start this thing?
Al, with the keys.
You got the keys, don't you?
I hope so. Well, all you do,
You put the key in. Well, I'm okay so far.
figure out which way it goes.
There we go.
You on check, make sure it's in neutral.
Uh-huh.
No gear.
Okay.
All you do is have your key over and push this button right here. Don't give it no, you don't give it no fuel at all. Just push it.
There's it?
Yeah, it's very simple.
This is the clutch here, right?
Slow down on your gas. Let your clutch out till you can feel it catch.
We're moving!
Brake, hit your brake. Hit your brake.
Yo-Yo, I think I better leave the driving to you.
Okay.
Let her rip, sweetheart. I'll let you have it all for yourself.
What happened there, Yo-Yo? Did you hear that?
Yeah. She couldn't find the brake really, so I pulled the tractor valve out to get the truck to stop.
So you had to pull your own brakes.
The camera crew was right in front of my truck. If I had pulled the tractor valve out, she'd run all over that man.
Oh, so you're saying she got behind the wheel and really didn't know what you're doing and almost killed somebody, and you had to pull that brake.
But she didn't kill nobody. I'm sure she showed 4-speed before because it's too easy for her to let out on that clutch in the gear. It wasn't like her first time driving a straight shit.
So how was it? How was it being interviewed and being part of Real People, Yo-Yo?
Oh, it was great. We had them all.
Yeah.
What was your highlight of that?
The Real People.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I reckon having Charles in the sleeper head.
So you're going back to Wolfman.
To this hey girl.
So
Right?
wait, you're saying that nobody knew this until recently?
Yes, sir. Nobody knew it. Man was married at the time, and he just wanted to ride it back, in a truck. And I told him to climb his butt back there in the sleeper, and the camera crew said it was all right.
That's awesome, Sheila. That's so
You
cool.
hear it exclusively here. on
Yeah,
the
we got
Breaking
exclusive.
news.
It's an exclusive interview, not just with Yo-Yo, but we got actually leaked information about somebody being in the bunk back in that day, ruin 110 in a semi bobtail going around a racetrack.
Right. How awesome was
Being
that?
drove by this amazing woman right here.
I know. I might have like peed my pants a little bit doing 110 miles an hour around the racetrack, though, I'm going to tell you.
Yo, I got a question for you. Did you have to deal with a lot of egos back then?
A lot of egos.
Yeah, like egos, like men thought they were people thought they were all that in a bag of chips.
Well, yeah, you got that and everything. They was the few. But
Yeah.
as far as giving me a hard time about being a woman driver, they didn't, because they know that I was just the driver and I got to get my load there.
Right.
Right. That's you said something to me yesterday. You still wake up feeling like you got to get through the waking up in the morning feeling like you got somewhere to be, don't you?
Yeah, I wake up thinking I need to get through town before the traffic gets out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in your blood. It's just embedded in you. Even to this day, you're waking up thinking you got to beat the rush hour traffic to get that load there. I love it. I'm showing a picture of you right now, Yo-Yo, and you have this hat on. This hat is something special to you, isn't it?
Yes, they come from Loretta Lynn's stop in Lebanon, Tennessee.
So how did that
I
happen?
don't remember where I was going, but I was ball telling. I don't know if I was going to Ralph Emery's show or where I was going. And they had a grand opening there at Lebanon, Tennessee, so I whooped it in there and got introduced to Loretta, and I walked around and I found me a hat at Bailey. So I went up to the desk and I said, "How much is it?" "No charge." "What do you mean no charge?" Loretta said, "No charge." I said, "Oh, cool, thank you."
Wow.
That's cool. And you still have it to this day, don't you?
Yeah, it looks brand new.
Yeah. Well, it's a great hat.
It's an amazing hat. So, but
That's the same one on the Ridathon you just showed. Same hat.
It's like I said, it's part of her. It's in all these pictures, and it just I like this one right here.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody likes that one.
she even got the toothpick in there. We're not going to go there.
Always.
All right, let's keep going. All right. What was your favorite truck, Yo-Yo?
Peterbilt.
Peterbilt, really? I always see you. It seemed like I see you in nothing but Kenworths.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did drive a Kenworth. The man that I drove for, the guy that taught me how to drive, his boss, like every other year, he'd buy me a new truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I still work for the same person, just different companies we took it to.
Right. And yesterday we were talking about you got to make them all pretty and you got to customize them, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just whatever I wanted on that truck, Pappy put it on there. I even quilted my dash with Peterbilt lining there. It's good. I strip off the shifter and polish it out so it'd be chrome looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then you open belts like that. You got the pleats that come up on the side on the doors. And then there's a smooth area right there where the rubber's at, where the window rolls down.
Yeah.
If you'll take that little leather off right there, you can polish that sucker out too.
Hey, you actually in the interview, she asked you, why so much chrome, and you said it looks better.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. In your career of trucking, Yo-Yo, what did you pull? What areas of trucking did you work in?
Okay, for 20 years, I ran coast to coast hauling produce.
Oh.
And I went to pulling the dry van, and I run it for a year about everywhere. And then I went to a flatbed, which I really loved.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me to get out there and strap that sucker down and target, get some exercise.
So
I could wrap one like a Christmas present.
Like a Christmas present.
Well, see, here's the thing, Sheila. She loved it. There's drivers today that they can't stand tarping. They find it inconvenient. They don't like it. They do a sloppy job at it. But like she says, like wrapping a Christmas present. She took so much pride in it. And flatbedding was your favorite part of trucking, huh? Flatbedding was your favorite part?
Yeah. Of all the trucks I drove, yeah. But I like that brown Peterbilt too that I drove. It had a 6 and a 4 in it.
Mm-hmm.
That sucker get down the road, you had to open 6 up against the dash.
So, Yo-Yo, what was it like seeing all the changes within trucking? You had to see a lot of changes. How was the experience going through the changes in trucking?
I really don't know how it is out there on the road. The only thing I can do is listen to what the drivers tell me.
Right.
But back then, when I started, if one of you broke down, there'd be 10 other trucks on the side of the road with you. If you was going west, even eastbound would stop. They'd be somebody had the part that you needed.
Right.
And if that didn't work, we'd get you to the truck stop. Say, for instance, load 2 tires out on your trailer. They'd move one of us, have a chain and binder, and chain that sucker up off the ground before we can get him to the truck stop.
Right. So there was definitely a brother and a sisterhood during that time.
Oh, definitely. We was all family. I heard now you get out there and you on your own.
Yeah, there's a lot of separation. There's not a lot of icons like you left. Mike and Kim and John are still out there. There's a few out there, Dooners out there. There are some, the Hallahans, you know, the Joneses. There are a lot of still good.
The pictures you're showing now,
Mm-hmm.
that's on the left. And then Jim Clifton, he's passed. He's the one that taught me how to drive.
Yeah.
The one in the white, that's just me. And then the other one is Truck and Doug. He's retired. He's running a tile shop out of Greenville, Tennessee. And the next one is Bill Grace playing camera. He's passed.
Yeah.
Then the next one is Terry. He's still kicking. So the two on the ends and me is the only one kicking.
Wow.
Wow.
And are you still in contact?
Yeah, I am with Truck and Doug. I talk to him about once a week.
Oh, nice.
Now, Wolfman, I talk to him every day.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I got a picture of Wolfman. I don't know if you're seeing it now. There he is there. Look at that stash. Look at that style. He's got the jiffy. Look at that style. It's great. What's your relationship today like with Wolfman?
Good. We're good friends.
Yeah. Right.
We tell each other ailments and what's going on. We gossip a little bit, but you don't want to believe our gossip.
Right. Hey, so
That there is one that Leon Richardson bought. There he is. That they bought me in Kentucky at a horse auction. It was a black stallion, and I was sitting there hitting the woman with me. And I was 2 years old. I was sitting there hitting the woman with me that win. I said, he's 30. So in the end of the auction, they come leading him out to our horse trailer. Leon had stuck and bought that horse for me.
oh,
That's awesome.
oh, that's
It
beautiful.
was really like he was a big man. He just saddled him up. I got the saddle and he held him down by the bridle so he wouldn't act up. Real easy to break. There he is.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
he's beautiful.
You know-
Absolutely beautiful.
You know, with being an icon in the industry, you're getting fan mail now. I got a picture up now. You tell us something about this picture here?
That was a racing horse that I
You're on a delay, so give it a second. Give it a second, Yo-Yo. You'll see it's a fan mail. It's a letter, and it's a picture
drawing.
of a drawing. It's a drawing of a truck. I believe maybe it's with a letter. I don't. Maybe you're seeing it now.
Right. Anyways,
can't tell what it is. Oh, that guy is in Australia. No, that's not the one that wrote the letter. Right, so who is that there? Okay, that's John, different guy.
Oh, so what's it like getting fan mail? What's it like being in the position you are in now? You know, you're getting interviewed. You got people calling you, reaching out to you, doing stuff. I know Tony Justice did something for you recently, which you were very happy about. You're getting fan mail. How does that feel?
Oh man, that felt pretty good. I mean, Tony Justice, he auctioned off his cowboy hat.
yeah. Wow.
That's neat.
And I was told he's sending the hat autographed.
Oh.
That's pretty.
That's neat. Yo, I'm going to ask you. Go ahead, Sheila. What do you got something for her?
No, I just on there with the fan mail. I know that a lot of fan mail you probably get not only pictures but letters and memorabilia stuff. I mean, I know you said that you've gotten shirts from people, and so I just think it's really cool that how much you mean in the industry and how much you mean to people, whether you realize it or not. You have paved the way for a lot of people. And just the appreciation, I think, is really cool to see all the fan mail and the appreciation. And like on the Facebook group page that you have,
It's an amazing group.
I've gone through, and all the people who've talked that they've either met you or that they got to ride with you or next to you or that they know of you, and just how much that they appreciate you. Have you ever seen yourself in that light?
No, that people appreciated me? No. I just wanted to drive my truck. Leave me alone.
Right.
If you like me, you like me. If you didn't. Get the heck out of the way. I got to go.
Get it.
Right.
Get it. You know, that's just cool, Sheila. That's cool. Sheila, you pulled this picture up, and it's a picture, I believe it's a group of people. It's a ride they did for you, Yo-Yo. You had a big ride. It looks like you had a bunch of people take you for a ride here recently. How was that?
My daughter and Mike, Boston Outlaw, put that together.
Oh,
to get me out. Yeah, to get me out of it. And Cody Henson. Michelle come out, I was smoking a cigarette on the porch. She says, Mama, how would you like to drive a truck? I said, God, I would love to be able to. And she come back out in 15 minutes. Well, John's going to have his truck over at the airbase, give him a couple more, take you for a ride, or let you drive, do whatever you do. So we got over there. Girl, it looked like a truck stop parking lot. They would see me trucks.
Right.
And big motorcycles. Probably like 30 of them. Some of them were drivers, too.
Yeah.
And so John come and met me, the one I used to work with 12 years ago. He come and met us at the truck and got out and got in his wheelchair, and he started pushing me down through there. He says, how do you like that red one? I said, well, I like it, but I don't like a stripe on it. And we got all the way to the end because it's off white one, kind of like a cream color. And I said, I like this one. He opened up the passenger door. He said, this one's mine. What are the odds of me picking his truck out?
Right. And so you got to go for a ride, and that must have just felt incredible. I mean, how long had you been out of the seat when that happened?
Years.
Right.
Yeah, they even had the town blocked off. Everybody in town knew about it because they.
Wow.
So all the streets blocked off for all these trucks and motorcycles to get through there. All the kids were standing outside, throwing their arms, blow your horn. Of course, 99% of them had train horns, so you had train horns going off like crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. And you didn't see any of that before you got there into that area?
That was it. I had no idea. I just thought I was going over there to meet John and his buddy and then take me for a ride or let me drive on their base.
Right.
That's just cool.
It's probably like 40 acres over there where planes used to land. And I figured, I can do that, he get us going, and I can jump behind the wheel. But that wasn't how it went down. It was the surprise, every bit of it.
Was someone in the bunk that time?
When we went on the parade, my daughter and John, the driver, his wife was in the trunk.
At least everybody knew about that one. Oh, whoa, Wolfman wasn't around for that one, huh?
They knew about it. I didn't. I mean, it really shocked me. And then when we got back there to the air base and everybody got lined up and got out, the head guy, what's his name? Gary and Cody, they're brothers.
Uh-huh.
No, just friends, okay. They had made a donation for me.
Oh.
And it come, and he said, Lisa, we got a surprise for you. And I said, what's that? He said, we have gathered up a donation for you to help on your medical bills and stuff. And he come over and handed me $1,000. And a tear started coming down out of my left eye, and John's daughter was standing behind me, had her hand on my shoulder. Girl, don't cry now. This was good.
Right.
How awesome, though. How awesome is this?
Awesome.
What I'm hearing is a community pulling together.
Right.
A brother and sisterhood.
Right.
That's
what I told him. I said, it's been a long time since I've seen this.
Right.
Where everybody comes together. Thank you all.
Right. It's the brother and sisterhood that everybody talks about, Sheila.
Yeah.
It's the camaraderie. It's the pride. It's the being there for each other. It's the, it's like in this picture, she was saying, I'll show this picture again, because it's a great picture. This picture right here, when she said when somebody needed a part, they asked each other, they got on that radio, they shout out to each other, they pulled over to the side of the road, they helped each other out. She can name everybody in that picture.
Yeah.
And she knows exactly who they are, all the way to the community coming together and helping her.
Yeah.
Raise money. Tony Justice selling off a hat.
Yeah.
Okay, these are people in the industry, the Boston Truck, all of it.
Yeah.
Creating a group. This is what it was about. This is what it should still be about. The fact that she says it's been a long time since I've seen that hurts me to hear her say that.
Right.
Yo-Yo, but it also makes me feel good that we had the opportunity to talk to you and that you get the opportunity to tell your story and that you're willing to tell your story. I know back in the day you were involved with like real people and all that stuff. You were being pulled in every type of direction. Like you told me, you just wanted to drive your truck.
Mm-hmm.
You took off, didn't you?
Yeah, after I got off the racetrack, I went to my load and went.
I'm done. Bye. Thanks. Gotta go.
Right. And they were pulling at you though. Wasn't a lot of people pulling at you during that time?
Pulling at me.
Like wanting you to do stuff, be appearances, singing and stuff like that.
I had a contract with Yokohama Tires for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come in there and wanted to take Yo-Yo Blue Jeans. Then my mama told me something about E-Haul. And when all that started happening, I changed my name and I moved.
He said, I'm out.
She's not having it.
All I wanted to drive my truck. I didn't want to do all that crap.
Right. And speaking of driving the truck, so I know that a lot of times refer to you were known as just a badass outlaw trucker. What does that mean? What does that mean to be an outlaw trucker?
Well, I abide by the rules. just to the limit there.
She gonna take it to her grave.
And I had seen some crazy things.
Right. I know that I've done reading, and a lot of times, like.
But you see how she did that? Though?
Yeah, she's not gonna say.
I did it. I followed the rules.
Oh,
I followed. I love it. She's gonna take it to her grave. Get it? Outlaw. Don't talk about outlawing. So I don't know. Ask an outlaw how was it outlaw, and they're gonna say I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Because an outlaw technically doesn't talk about outlaw things.
The only thing I've read about it is going through when I do the Throwback Thursdays, when I'm doing the history on it, they'll mention things about being an outlaw and some of the things that they have said that have happened in there. So I got to imagine it was some interesting, wild, fun times.
Well, we got a comment in here from Joe Collins Jr. I believe he said he ran with you at one time, but he says, LOL, Outlaw was running 1,800 miles in 28 hours.
Wow.
Yes, it was.
I was leaving Knoxville and pulling LA in 36 hours.
Wow. 36.
Wow.
Getting it. Yo-Yo, what was your favorite memory of being an outlaw or a truck driver? I'm going to say outlaw. What was your favorite memory, Yo-Yo, out on the road?
When you're outlaw, you usually run overweight. You ignore the scales.
Right.
Well, you lock the scales for somebody else that needs to get by, that don't need to stop.
Yeah.
And just things like that.
And
so I want to, before we go any further, I want to ask you about your daughter. Your daughter has been doing a lot for you. Has done a lot for you, and she continues to do a lot for you. How do you feel about her doing what she's been doing about the groups and being able to put this all together for you with people and coordinate with people and put this together?
I've not really made my mind up yet. I mean, I told her years ago to keep my name off of Facebook because I knew what would happen.
Right.
Yeah, you have to protect yourself.
But
yeah, let everybody know where I was at and everything else.
Right. But it's done out of out of love, and she obviously, wants to celebrate your heritage and what you mean to the industry as well.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
She used to ride with me on spring break and summertime, and then whenever I was on the road, I had a woman named Kim who was a horse farrier.
Mm.
You didn't mess with Kim, so I didn't have to worry about any woods messing with my daughter while I was on the road.
Right.
Kim would stay the night here, get up in the morning, fix the shell breakfast, put her on the bus, and then she'd go do her stuff. And whenever the bus would come, Kim would be here.
Nice.
That's awesome. What a great story.
So when Michelle would ride with me, she'd get her a piece of cardboard and a big magic marker and write "Help me" on it and hold it up in the window whenever I passed her.
Yeah.
And I told the girl, "You better quit that crap."
They've used that in movies. They've used that in movies. And we were watching Are We There Yet? The kid held up the sign of the truck driver.
Yeah.
They're stealing stuff from you, Yo-Yo. They probably saw you out on the road doing it with your daughter and put it in a movie. I mean, they like seriously, they wanted her to be, a face of many things. She did commercials. She was, out at races. She did so much. And the one thing, she just wanted to do was drive truck.
Right.
And I want to say thank you for driving truck the way you did and carrying yourself the way you did. Yo-Yo, you are truly an amazing person. And the way you laid it down, I wish some of them would pick it up today. Because boy, the industry is nowhere near what it used to be, Yo-Yo. And it hurts me to see it where it is today and where it used to be back then, because it's two different industries.
I drove the best years they were to drive.
I agree. Right. I agree.
And I think so too. Every time I do, like I said, a Throwback Thursday, and I go into the history, I mean, it's really highlighted, and it just seems that the most iconic times and the best part of it and the fun times were probably through the 60s until probably somewhere around the middle 80s, maybe to the beginning part of 90s. Would you agree with that?
Well, yeah, but the best time for me would be 73 to 80. Okay. I liked it then. Had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
We were always helping each other.
Yeah.
I remember one time there was 3 of us loading down there in Memphis, Tennessee. They only had one dock. So Terry put his in the dock, and me and Terry was sitting on the curve there. And Dusty, which was a professional wrestler for Arkansas, WW something. He was standing there telling the tale about that time his pants fell all the way down to his knees, to his ankles. And he had no underwear on.
Oh, hello.
Instead of him reaching down and pulling his pants up, he just continued on with the story. Of course, me and Terry, we laughed and we cried.
Oh, this is I mean, we could sit here all day on the phone with her.
Oh, I know. She's got, that she's got some great juicy stories too.
Well,
I'm sure. So.
I like the Wolfman in the bunk. But I want to kind of go back to the racing. What was it like, Yo-Yo? You won that heat. Did you? What was the atmosphere like after that, winning that heat that day and stuff?
It didn't bother me one way or another, to be honest with you. If I won, I won. If I didn't, I didn't.
She was just out there having fun.
But you won. You know why I want to do it? Because
I'm like Carson. I was just out there having fun.
Right.
She was enjoying it because we were talking about the other day. She's like, "Yeah, I started off in 4th gear." I'm like, "Oh man." Yeah, she fanned that clutch, got out, wound up in 4th gear, bobtailing it, just bam, jetted out there. She was getting it.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked. Right.
Plus, I was
like right side airbag down too.
Wait, you said airbags? You let your airbags out when you were racing?
That's what I was gonna say.
But still, my Peter did had 2 levelers, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side. The passenger side, I would lower the airbag level. That way, when I went around the curves, I wouldn't tilt so bad.
But that's
she knew
smart,
that. But
and she knew to do that.
She knew to shift her weight.
Yeah. So when I said the truck was leaning to the right, I wasn't worried about setting still. I was just worried about them curves.
Right. She didn't want to roll it. It's dangerous driving bobtail and then at those speeds.
And
that rear end is so light.
And here's what's impressive to me on that is that was only like that race was about 6 years, I think, after you started driving. So you were probably only like what, 22 or 23 years old?
At the race, yeah.
Yeah, super young.
She was.
Yeah, I mean, we see some of the people coming into the industry now, and wow, they don't even know how to adjust a mirror. So
right, yeah, you got drivers bringing trucks to dealerships for them to adjust their mirrors in today's industry.
Yeah.
Just laughing. Yo-Yo, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're.
My caller just come in here. Somebody made a comment that NASCAR has Richard Petty. And trucking has Yo-Yo.
There it is. Get it. Trucking has Yo-Yo.
Yeah. I'm sure that you can see.
Well, with that being said, Yo-Yo, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to play a video of the race, like they said.
Yeah.
They, NASCAR's got Richard Petty's got all them guys. Well, they got Yo-Yo. Trucking's got Yo-Yo. We'll be right back we'll wrap it up with Yo-Yo. Be right back, guys.
Okay, Doug.
You look nice, that truck, kid.
You got your hammer down. Breaker. Roger, Big K. It may be a big truck, but it doesn't look that fast to me.
Hey, I'm telling you what, you better not sass this old boy. You're out on the big track now, bro.
Get into the other lane so I can come around you. I'm not allowed to pass in this lane.
Come on back here now. You're not supposed to pass this big truck, girl.
And you did.
And she did and won the race. I'm going to go to a comment here. It's from Joe Collins. He says, ask her how times she stopped at Jimmy Dole's in North Little Rock.
I stopped over at the Chrome shop a lot.
There it is. And then you got a lot of people saying, there it is. Dave Umberger said NASCAR had Richard Petty and trucking has Yo-Yo. Yeah. All right. She said, David McGill says you ran hard and played hard in those days.
Yes, sir, I did.
So, I hate to get to this.
I would get to where I was going and bunk the dock of Babel, and I'd go to bed right there and in, and so I could tell whenever they were in my trailer unloading me, I'd go ahead and have my doors open. And so you sleep until they brought my bills out there saying that I was empty. And then sometime I would show up, and the load would be on big pallets, and I'd have to break the load down to those small pallets for the customer on it.
Mm-hmm.
I done that myself. I put that money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
No lumper.
Right.
Yeah,
no
lumper fees.
Right. They took all their money. They were smart. Yeah. They were just smarter back then. So, they just took control. They had control back then. Okay. Like she said, she bumped the dock, opened her doors, hit that dock and went to bed. And they came and got her when they were done. And she moved when she was ready. Yeah. Okay. She took that dock when it was open. She didn't have to go wait in a line 5 miles long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And wait half a day and not get paid for it. But Yo-Yo, she got all her money. She didn't even lump it. Yeah. Get it. She even lumped it. That's awesome. That's awesome, Yo-Yo. Again, for me, Yo-Yo, this is very special to me because I'm just getting to learn certain sides of trucking. And this side I didn't know about. You outlaws out there, OTR, running these from coast to coast. Doing you said you were West Coast Outlaw. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You were part of all that ground laying stuff that they made movies after. Mm-hmm. And I can't thank you enough for being the type of person that you were or are, and you will be forever cherished in this industry.
Yeah, I agree on that. And I wanted to ask real quick. I don't know if it's okay to get into it, but when did you hang your keys up?
Oh, probably about 9-10 years ago. I'd come in off the road, and the boss said you need to get everything off of your trailer because it's the lease trailer. And you can start pulling our trailer. And of course, doors, it's flatbed, 30 chains and binders, 4 tops, tarps, 2 of the old style tarps that weighed over 100 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
100 pounds.
Right.
Then my landscape, just everything, my V-board, everything that I needed to load anything I had. And so the boss man asked his grandson to go out there and help me. We went outside, and he said, "What's good if we move?" I said, "Everything off of that flatbed and put on that flatbed." He went and got in his pickup truck and left.
Oh, wow.
So when I got there, I got to pull out. And I pulled up there and looked to the left, and my head was spinning. I looked to the right, and my head was spinning. So I went ahead and went to Nashville, loaded bomb shelter, and took it out there by Denver, and got it off. But my head was still doing it.
Right.
And then the next trip, he wanted me to go load again. And Joe, a friend of mine, was coming through. He said, "Well, I'll drive you out there." I said, "Okay." But by that time, when I looked straight, my head would be dizzy. So I go to this EN specialist. I go to 5 different EN specialists for 5 years on my head spinning.
Oh.
It felt just a little roller coaster or an elevator. I mean, like, whew. And finally, my original doctor over here in town, he took this big long steel and straightened my eardrum, the wax off of it, and underneath that, there was a little bitty black spot stuck to my eardrum, and that was making me drunk.
It's knocking the equilibrium off.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, big time.
And that took her out of the seat. Medical.
I went to Simpson Murphy in Memphis, and they kept hollering, "It's MS, it's MS," because I was complaining about my shoulder. And I said, "The heck with your MS."
Right.
So I go back to my primary doctor. He says me have to do an MRI on my shoulder. He said, "We found the problem is your rotor cuff." So when the doctor went in there to do the rotor cuff, it was tore from 3 to 11 o'clock. 3 torn muscles and 6 nerves. And since then, Murphy find it, I mean, give me a break.
Right.
That's painful.
Right.
That's painful.
Right.
That's painful.
And not to pry on that, but I know that recently you just, I saw that Michelle had posted on the Facebook group too, that you had just recently had another blood panel done because they were possibly saying that it might be Lyme disease.
Yeah, Michelle's been in contact with 4 different drivers on Facebook, and all 4 of these drivers had EMS. And they were like me, they were down in a wheelchair, couldn't walk, and all this other stuff.
Right.
And somebody told them about it, so all 4 of them went and got at different times. And they didn't know each other. All 4 of them went and got tested for the Lyme disease, and that's what put them in the wheelchair.
Wow.
Now they're on the right kind of medicine, girl, and they're up out of that wheelchair driving a truck.
There it is.
Wow.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is. So we have a possibility of Lyme disease.
Right.
So these are some of the drivers she ran with. This could be the same thing that. So we're going to pray for that. We're going to pray for that to be that go in that direction because that's curable. We can get her back, back to feeling right.
Right. Yeah.
Yo-yo. So go ahead.
So I called over yesterday, and they really didn't know. I don't know if it take a week or 2 weeks or what it'll take.
Oh, yeah. They're not very fast these days of doing that blood work and getting those results back. That's for sure. Just saying.
So, all right.
So we're hoping then that we're going to pray. No one ever wants to ever. It's kind of strange to say that we're praying that it's the Lyme disease because we don't want anyone to ever have anything. But in this scenario, we are because
we're going to go over the curable.
Better.
Right. We unfortunately, Jeremy Wellenkamp, he has MS, and it's not an easy thing. That's what she's going through, let alone it's not easy. Being taken out of the seat, being yanked away from something she loves so much. But luckily, she has a great daughter, and she has great people supporting her. She has people, the communities coming together for her. So let's hope that let's pray, keep her in our thoughts and prayers for the Lyme, that we go in that direction. That's curable. We can get her back to feeling better. But Michelle they have started raising money for her.
Right.
Okay. Tony Justice auctioned off his hat. We all can donate. We'll be making a donation today, right here. Okay. And I want to say thank you to Michelle for creating this. It says your donations to help our iconic yo-yo is greatly needed and appreciated at GoFundMe. We're going to put the link up. It's a GoFundMe. We're going to put the link up right as soon as we're done with the show. It'll go right to the top of the page and we'll pin it to the top.
Right.
for a while now. We'll keep it up there for a while, Yo-Yo. So we want to be able to try to do as much as we can for you. I even seen in the comments right here from Ed Rogers. He said it right here. Please go to her page and donate. We can't even pay her back for what she's done for us. Right. And that's why Tony,
you've paved the way. I mean, you've not only as a female, but as a driver, just in general, just a driver. I mean, there's men and women, like I said, who appreciate you and we're so happy that you were doing the interview just to hear your voice and to recognize you and appreciate you and let you know how much you are loved in the industry. And I think that that's just awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I told you the other day that whenever I pass, I want my hat, my boots, and the main disc from real people to be sent to that museum in Oregon.
Yes.
The Powerland Trucking Museum.
The Powerland Trucking Museum. I hope Mike Gaffin is still here. I want people to hear that her daughter's heard it. We know. So, Yo-Yo, we will make sure this trucking industry and your daughter will make sure that it gets taken out there in a rig.
Yeah.
All right. And
that's why I'm telling you, so everybody will know what I want.
Right here on the driver's side. Right here.
Yeah.
God.
I want my hat, I want my boots, and I want my disc, which I've got the real people's main disc.
She's still gifting.
Yeah.
She's still giving it away.
Yeah.
I love her for this.
And we'll continue to. And that's a great museum. I mean, it's got.
I've been there. It's got 14 museums. It's got the first A model. The hell's the name of the family?
The Gersicks?
The Gersicks, the history of the Gersicks, where the Kenworth came along, all that. Yep. So that's a great museum, and I know people there, and they'd be proud to take that.
Yeah, they would. Yes, they absolutely would. Anyways,
well, that's why I don't want it to be sold out or auctioned off or all that stuff. I want it to go to a museum.
No, and I will
actually.
I'll put you in the contact. I'll put you and Michelle into the right people over at the Powerland Museum, and we'll make sure that happens, Yo-Yo. But we are at the top of the hour, Yo-Yo, and I want to tell you, thank you so much for coming on today, Sheila. What do you have to say?
I'm just excited. I want you to know that I was so excited this morning. I was so nervous
I threw up in my mouth. I threw up in my mouth. Let's not lie. I got sick this morning because I was interviewing this icon in trucking. I'm not lying. I did. It didn't work.
Hey,
I got sick. Sorry.
And, I'm going to contact you later after the show because I want to get your address because we want to send you something as well too. So.
Yeah, we're going to send you out a gift today. We're also going to make a donation in behalf of the trucking industry and the driver's side.
Lady told me last week her daughter's a psychic, but I think that's who this teddy bear come from.
That teddy bear.
It sings, "I'm on the road again." I think there's no return address. I mean, it's got a lot of address return. So I'm thinking maybe that's who it was. I'm not sure. I thought that guy named Billy, but that wasn't who it was.
I know you got shirts. You're getting all kinds of stuff. You got a half. She got Tony Justice auctioned off a hat for her.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right.
She's rocking it.
Because she's Yo-Yo, that's why.
Because she's earned it and deserves it.
Right.
Yo-Yo, if you could say one thing to the drivers out there today, what would it be?
Be a family.
Nice.
Wow, that was simple.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. All you gotta do is be a family.
Right.
Yeah.
Get it. Yo-Yo. Unfortunately, it's time for us to wrap this up. I want to say thank you so much for coming on.
And we appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for calling.
Yo-Yo, we'll talk to you here in a little bit.
And I just want to know that now that we've have talked a few times, are we still allowed to stay in contact with you?
That's fine.
Cool.
And I'm sure your daughter's showing you the comments. It's saying Godspeed, Yo-Yo. She's just thank you so much. All of it. She's just rambling now, your daughter says.
Me? I might be.
No, we're all rambling because we don't want to let her go. But Yo-Yo, we got to close it out. We want to say thank you again for coming by. And you are the heartbeat of America and should be treated that way.
And you're welcome here anytime.
Y'all stay safe. And everybody out there stay safe.
Get it. Yes. Thank you so much, Yo-Yo. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Crushed it. I don't care. I crushed it. Know about you over there, but I'm rocking it over here. I threw up in my mouth this morning and I feel better today. I feel better now. I did. I did. So, all right, let's get to the comments. Dave Umberger says, being an Oregonian, it will be a pleasure to have your boots in memory of you and your at our museum. God bless you. Yeah. Yes, the Powerland Museum. She wants all her stuff at the Powerland Museum, which we're all gonna make sure it happens. From Gaffin to Kim Grimm to John Jakes, all of you. Thank you so much. We're gonna make sure that happens. It's gonna be, unfortunately, it's gonna be a sad time, but it's also gonna be an iconic.
Yeah,
time.
But we're hopeful with the blood results, and that's not going to happen for a while. So that she's going to get, but she's going to get the medicine and stuff that she needs, and she's going to be up and about and going. So that's not going to happen for a while.
All right, Kim Grimm says, great jobs, you guys. You all did good. We tried. Again, it's hard. It is not easy to represent for that type of person. And even though she's just a truck driver, she says that's not the case. She's an icon in this industry. She's a legend.
Yeah.
And she will be remembered for years and years to come, but also she will be copied. She will be copied time and time again, but you cannot duplicate something like that.
No. I mean, she had it all. I mean, she still is. I mean, she was a beautiful woman, and she carried herself that you were not going to mess with her. I mean, she was a truck driver. She was getting it, and they found that she was marketable, and she didn't care about that. She was like, man, just leave me alone. I just want a truck. That's all I do. I love it, and that's what I want to do.
And if you want to find out more about Yo-Yo, you can check out, is it the July episode, I think, or the late July issue of 10-4 magazine. Kim Grimm wrote a great article about her. You can head over to Trucking with Yo-Yo to the end, the group. There's so much stuff there. There's a website. And most of all, guys, please remember that she is going through some times right now, and they are taking donations. People like Tony Justice have auctioned off hats. We will make a donation on behalf of the driver's side today. But you guys can also make a donation. You can either head over to the group, find her GoFundMe, or it will be at the top of the driver's side page today at the end of the show. But again, we cannot, and we all cannot thank this person enough right here, her and her beautiful daughter, for letting us be part of their life.
And allowing us to do the interview.
Right. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to have to wrap this up. Chucky says, has to drive to Blackfoot, Idaho. All right, good. Drive to Blackfoot, Idaho, Chucky. Yo, great interview. And we're going to end it with Kim Grimm's comment with great interview. And you guys, remember, you guys are also the heartbeat of America. And the reason why we're able to do it today is because of you guys. And you should be treated like the heartbeat of America. We can't thank you enough for that. Always keep your sunny side up, rubber side down, and to make money in today's trucking industry, my beautiful wife, what do you have to do?
You got to keep that left door closed.
And remember to check out Mike Gaff and the Boston Trucker, Dooner James Livingston, and pick up your 10-4 magazine. Kim Grimm wrote a great article on the history of mats in this month's edition. Again, guys, we cannot thank you enough, and we're going to end with Yo-Yo walking off. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Do you see yourself ever settling down and having a family?
Well, yeah. When the right one comes along, I'd settle down. Then when the kids are grown, I'd probably go back to trucking with him.
Let's have a handful of